It's okay.
We plan to finish the project first, then email the client.
Yep.
And we,
okay. Yep.
yeah,
Okay.
we would like to show you how is our project going.
True. So first of all, one of the benefit of letting the client to check in with the client is to see whether how the project is going is in line with what the client wants. That's why I mentioned that it might be beneficial for you to have a meeting with a client to see whether things are okay or not.
Okay, we will send an email after this tutor meeting.
Yeah, we will finish the all the function maybe next week and write the second document to the client and get some feedback.
True.
Yeah.
But the thing is, from the sounds of it, you're not too certain of whether the function is what the client wants, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why if you only ask the client for feedback after you finish the functions, then and if the function is not what the client wants, then wouldn't you waste your efforts?
Yeah.
Yes, we know, but the problem is if we want hold the meeting with the client, he always didn't reply our email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did the client did you mention that you want to chat with the client and he didn't reply your email?
Yeah, we have tried to make a point the meeting with the client, but he always didn't reply in the meeting email. But if we send the document to the client, he will give us a feedback.
I see.
Yeah. That's
okay.
why we. Sorry.
Nah, that is understandable. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Maybe
what should we do?
Yeah.
So far, what do you have so far?
Oh yeah, we will show you.
Sure, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yes. We changed the front end. Now it's input. Get some values. We haven't implemented the emotions.
Yep.
This is what we get.
Oh, okay.
First is curve fit. Calculate the formulas. The second is liner. Between the point and point is liner, but the whole is on liner.
Yep.
The third is the cubes by interpolation. And this one.
Shepherd interpolation. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So are these based on the data set that you're using?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty good then. So one comment. So first of all, great work on integrating the input interface, and great work on being able to display a figure within the web-based applications. I think this is very close to what the client had in his mind in terms of getting mapping from the data into this sort of mapping space. One comment is that it might be more clear to label where the input data is on the curve. So for the library that you are using, does it have a functions for you to label data points on the curve itself?
The mapping algorithm is use Java, but if we want to show it in front end, we need to use eChat. It is a JavaScript library, and we are working on it.
I see. So yeah, it might be more clear to show where the data point is, so that it's easier to tell whether the mapping is looks correct or not. So for example, for linear, it's pretty clear that there are different sharp turns at the mapping, which means that probably at the location of those turns, it's where the input data points are at. But for other curve, it's harder to say where the input data is at, right?
Yes.
So it might be easier to have a look at, yeah. So for example, in this sort of regression, exponential regressions, they have data points as well as the curve, right? So it's easier
Yes.
to visualize how it looks like.
We were at this point, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just want to say, I think right now it looks very close to what the it looks much better with like a better interface. So one question back to the other page, the psychometric page. For curve fit, what sort of curve fit is that?
It calculates the algorithm. For example, I can show
Is
you
it a y equals to x squared algorithm?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
We calculate the A, B, C, D, and this is the algorithm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah, that looks all right. So this is to the so this is x cubed, ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yep.
And the others use the Smile library. It is a Java machine learning library.
Mm-hmm.
These are the examples. We use the linear interpolation. This is the word.
Mm-hmm.
And we also use this one.
Yep, that looks good.
This one.
Shepherd. Okay. Yeah, I think so far it looks pretty good. So after you had inputted the data, I think the professor also wants to have a way to, so the scenario is that someone will first create a mapping, and then the mapping weights, the mapping factor like A, B, C, D will be saved to some sort of database or some sort of storage. And then later on, another user can come in, go to the website, enter a value, and then see where it maps to, right?
Yes, that's what we think, and we will implement it next week.
Yep. That's good then. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so I do think highly of your mapping. I think you guys had sorted out a lot of things, and you were able to find a pretty good Java libraries, the Smile library, to do the interpolations. Is it hard to, so when you're using the library, is it hard or easy to learn to use how to fit the curve?
It is not very hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good then. So is there any other difficulty that you are facing when you're trying to implement the website?
Not big issues, and we think we will figure it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a very great work. And I can tell that you guys trying to put a lot of effort in the project, because every time that I'm having a meeting with you, you're able to show a very different interface, which means that you have been working very hard throughout the weeks to improve the system, which is excellent, I think.
Thank you very much. Thank you for seeing our efforts.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So I think so once you figure out how to add different data points onto the figure, the data point ideally should display the emotion value. So for example, on your previous page, you would enter different emotion, like you would enter different emotions. These will be different string, right? And then with corresponding values. So maybe then on the plot, it will display the emotion on the curve.
Yeah, yes, this is the issue that we face now, and this is from the e-chat, and might a little bit difficult. Yeah, but others not so difficult.
Mm-hmm.
We are working on this.
Yeah. I think it's great that it is functional, where the mapping to curve is working, and I like how you are able to create different mappings and display all of the mapping to the user. On the library that you are using, do they have other type of mapping as well? What other mapping does the library has?
RBF. That's maybe this is similar to cube spline.
Yeah, I think the result would be a bit similar to that.
And this one is also similar to the cube spline.
Mm-hmm.
And place, lap place.
Mm-hmm.
And we also found some in the e-chats. It shows some regression.
Mm-hmm.
Liner, and but maybe this is not better than the Smile library.
Mm-hmm. I think just use whatever you're using right now, and then when you are having the meeting with the clients, you can first show what you have right now, and then show that you can implement other algorithm from the Smile interface, and see whether he would be satisfied with what the library provides. Yeah, so first show him just a Smile library should be sufficient. Say that this is a library for machine intelligence, like for statistical machine learning techniques, and see whether he is satisfied with whatever this library is providing. If he's not, then we can show him extra things from the e-chart and whatnot. But then I think because you are more familiar with this library right now, so just show him what other things this library can do.
Okay.
Yeah, so first of all, wonderful work. I think the work that you're putting into, because you guys went from not familiar with mapping and not familiar with psychometric space into being able to create this prototype. I think this is a wonderful work and effort that you have put into the project. So great work. And I think the next step will be really I do think that you really need to ask for feedbacks from the clients to see whether the direction of this project is going good or not. I personally think that the requirements that you have done right now seems to fit the description from the professors, but it's better to check with him directly because I myself also am not too sure of whether this is what he decide or not. So I think yeah, so I think the next step would be polish it up and then ask for feedbacks from the professor itself.
Okay.
But yeah, wonderful work. I think the web-based application that you have right now is very functional, and it seems to be able to demonstrate what it can do. Yeah, so great work. So other than this, do you have other questions regarding on like the weekly report or other things that you have in your mind?
Hi, Ken. If the client don't want to have a meeting with us, can we just create a function document and write an email to ask for his feedback?
Yeah, I think you can do that as well. If that is easier. So normally I think does it take a long time for you to write the document?
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally it's more time consuming to write a full document for the clients, right? I always find it easier to just have a meeting. I just don't want to I was just thinking for you guys to not want you to waste too much of time just to write up a document. That's why I encourage you to just have a meeting because it's easier to just showcase what you have right now and talk it through.
Okay.
But then if it's easier to write the document, I think that is okay as well, if this is the approach that you have chosen.
Okay.
But yeah, I just don't want you guys to waste too much of time just to write a document to get feedbacks. But both approach is okay.
Okay. So we will try to meeting with the client.
Any other question that you guys encountered during your report, or any other question that you might want to ask me?
No question now. Thank you.
That's great then. That's good then. Yeah, so if that's the case, then well done, guys. And yeah, so I guess in the meantime, so if you do able to arrange a meeting with the clients, I'm happy to join in if I'm free at that time, because I would love to help you guys to communicate with the clients, because I think from your last meeting with the client, it hasn't been too easy to communicate with him of what he wants. So if you do have another meeting with him, I can try to join in if I'm free to help you guys to talk to him. But other than that, if you have any other questions during the week, feel free to email or message me. I'm always happy to help. Other than that, I think that's it for now, if you don't have any other questions. And yeah, I will see you guys next week then.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Great work. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Take care and have a great week.
Okay, you too.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank
you. Bye.
you.